This podcast was recorded live in the Purple Room Studio.
Pop it.
Now, let me put delete this marker.
And you're still recording over there?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Streamvoid podcast, episode 135.
Oh, baby. Was that weird?
No.
Okay.
I am MikeyT, and of course, across from me is KurbStomped.
Hi.
You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're listening to the Streamvoid podcast. This is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Uh-huh.
And what is that from?
Life and video games?
No, that kid.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that kid that does the oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it like Weird Science?
Weird Science.
I don't know what that's from.
My hand, why don't people understand?
Somebody comment down below where that meme is from, where the kid saying, oh, yeah, is from.
Nah, I don't know. Is it an audio clip?
Yeah.
I don't know if I know what you're talking about. I don't know if I've seen that meme. I just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I saw it, I'd know what you're talking
Everyone,
about.
I did oh, yeah, kid meme, and it's just the crack kid on crack, full vine.
Kid on crack?
Crack kid, yeah, vine. Yeah, crack kid vine. Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Hit him with the oh, yeah, TikTok compilation.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
I digress. How's work?
Oh, yeah. How was work? It was good. It was fine. I was mostly at the warehouse again, and then I was in the store, in the office, and what was it like in the office? It was fine. She seemed to be my good friend seemed to be a good mood, so she was not acting weird. She wasn't annoying me, really.
Yeah.
I don't think she ate, so that's always a good sign.
Whoa.
Well, she was with her mouth open. Like,
I
don't know, dude. It's very distracting because she's chewing with her mouth opening and then breathing through her mouth and like, yeah. And then she always like has a drink and smacks her lips and says, ah. Yeah, so it's very annoying. I can't imagine what the whole house must be like when their whole family's eating together.
I highly doubt they eat that together.
Yeah, probably not. But when they do, it's just like lip smacking for days.
Yeah. With the way that family is, it's like they probably don't eat together at all.
Yeah,
they're not
probably.
friends after all.
Well, her and her husband, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about
the kiddos.
The kids. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Yeah, it was just the two of us in the office. She put on some music, which I usually don't like, but she's turned down the volume, so it's not like
very
so
good.
loud.
Yeah.
But she also had it on the station I like.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. She must have been in a good
mood.
The
station you like?
Yeah.
The radio station?
No. The XM or Sirius or whatever.
Satellite radio.
There's no radio station I like. No.
I mean, that's technically radio.
Yeah, I mean, but it's the New Wave channel.
Ah, yes.
Like First Wave.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like New Order and the Smiths and Joy Division and like just that kind of like new wave music, which I like and enjoy.
Yeah, very good.
I don't know if she enjoys it, but I don't give a shit, so whatever.
Well, if she didn't, she would have changed it.
Well, I do like the fact that I think she recognizes them and enjoys them, but she doesn't know them. Because another annoying thing she does is she will sing.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, just the original suffices. You don't need to have your rendition too. And thankfully it wasn't on the coffee house one that she likes. That is atrocious. I've heard the most worst stuff ever on that station.
The most worst.
The most worst. Like acoustic versions of like Diplo songs.
Yep.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
I mean, it's just like you're sitting in a coffee house and there's a live act up there.
But a guy or a guy strumming on a guitar singing a Diplo song?
Yeah.
Dude, that's terrible. That is like that's against the Geneva Convention.
I don't know. It's just like you're downtown Vancouver, you're feeling good. You got your Crocs on.
And you're listening to an acoustic version of a DJ Snake and Diplo song?
Yeah, just sipping your mocha frappa latte
that
with
sounds terrible,
extra cinnamon, whatever the fuck you put in it.
It's terrible, believe me. It's terrible.
You're on Granville Street. You're just living it. You're living your best life.
Anyways, maybe if it was live, I could be like, all right, okay, whatever. But just hearing it and being like, I know this song and this is just wrong.
It's an affront against nature,
Oh,
against
dude.
your ear holes.
It was definitely a front against my ear holes. Yeah, and I mean, like, there's some wacky stuff going on at the warehouse. So, like, the way our warehouse system works is, like, every day it generates an automatic order
Yep.
for items that we sell out of, right? Or sell, like, we have a minimum. So, basically, like, let's say we sell this monster. We want 12 on hand at all times.
Yes.
So we set it to be, when we sell down to 6, it will order 6 from the warehouse.
Yeah.
Okay? But when it's on order, it doesn't order it again. So if in between when they order the 6, you sell your 6, it won't order 6 more until the 6 that have been ordered have been picked and sent to the store.
Oh.
So that's fine because we do it every day.
Yes.
So it's no big deal. But like on whatever it was, Wednesday or Tuesday or Thursday, whatever day I was at the warehouse, I did my normal thing. And then he was like, oh, I didn't get to finish the orders. Could you do the other stores, right? So I'm like, okay. So I go through the other stores and I get to the last store and there was like 4 or 5 days of unpicked items.
What?
So I was like, okay, so if they sold out of any item along this time, they're not going to get any more. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. So I told my one of the managers of another store. I was talking to him about something else, and he's like, oh yeah, I know. It's like I have no lawn chairs here, and I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, they never get picked, so I don't have any. So then he complained to the guy that works at the warehouse, who's the owner's son.
Yes.
The owner's son told the owner. And the owner called him and was like, oh, he's trying over there, but like, maybe you should just increase how many you have on hand, and then
What a terrible idea.
And then it'll work out. And he's like, it won't work out because they don't get picked. I could have 1,000 here, but I wouldn't get them because they don't get picked. So, anyways, it's like, what can you do?
Right.
I mean, it works out for me because then I get to spend more time in the warehouse. But it's also when I look at it and I just shake my for me, we have 4 stores, whatever.
Yeah.
And I would think like, oh, I didn't finish the one store yesterday. I'll start with them today and then work my way through the other ones so they're caught up.
You would think.
He starts at the same one and does the same order every day and just backs up the last store. And that store's the furthest one away. So when the orders do ship out, it takes at least a day or 2 to get up.
Yeah. Is that the Prince George one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck? Anyways.
Did I go in there? I tried to go in there.
When?
Last time I was up there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I went in there. The one further south.
Oh, yeah.
I've been in because it's
easy to get to and whatever. You also don't want to go downtown in Prince George.
Actually, you do.
Well, you do want to go to Nancy O's.
Nancy O's is there.
Just everything else downtown is just like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh, these guys are just doing smack right there.
Oh, speaking of that, speaking of smack, this is not work related, but yesterday, we'll talk about it later, I came over here and we played some games. As I was walking over, I saw a guy riding a bike and smoking a crack pipe at the same time.
Wow.
Multitasking, dude. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this crackhead's so talented.
That's saving time.
Yeah, dude. So crazy.
You got to be getting places, but you also got to be smoking crack.
Well, you get there faster.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But yeah, that was my work week.
Very good.
What about you?
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, I got yelled at again.
Why?
Oh, because that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes.
Tell him to not yell at you anymore.
It's all right. I have to explain to him why he was wrong.
By yelling at him?
No, I don't yell at him. I'd be like, hey, just so you know, this is why you're wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, okay.
So you should tell him to settle the fuck down when he starts yelling. Be like, settle down, buddy.
His favorite thing to do is say that the kids are running the classroom. They're kids and they're
oh my
running
god,
the
is he
classroom.
100 years old?
He kind of is 100 years old. That's his favorite thing to say. And I'm like, I was talking to like the group chat, and I'm like, hey boys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get yelled at today, and he's gonna say the kids are running the classroom. A couple hours later, comes into my office. Fuck, just kids are running the classroom. Oh my god.
So what's his problem? If he's got a problem with it, why doesn't he do it?
So we have a thing called escalations, where we go in and we do repairs on jobs that people have done.
Yeah.
And there are appointments that need to be made with customers to do these escalations, right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes, you have a couple hours of downtime in between escalations. Mm-hmm. And sometimes there's nothing to do at the shop.
Yeah.
So you have to fill your time doing things.
Yeah.
And so there's one time he came in, and one of the guys is getting the welder set up so that he can make sure it's working, so that they can do minor welding repairs on big trucks.
Yeah.
And I guess he wasn't happy with that. I'm assuming that's the moment. Because one guy was just sitting down because he didn't have anything to do. Because I had got them to start dumping stuff into the garbage bin, but the garbage bin was full, so you can't dump anymore. You can't go above the line, otherwise they won't pick it up.
Yeah.
So he was just kind of chilling for like an hour until like the next escalation came up.
Yeah.
And I guess he wasn't happy with that.
Time to lean, time to clean.
Yep. Yeah, but I mean, even if he was cleaning in there, he would just
grabbing
been
a broom. Like,
yeah, he wouldn't have been happy with that anyway. I'm assuming that's what it was, because we just had a miscommunication on like the Tuesday or whatever about a couple of things.
Yeah,
because it's Tuesday.
Yeah,
it was, and Tuesday is a Monday because Monday was the holiday.
Yeah.
So you're really busy trying to get people out the door, get everything sorted for the week.
Yeah,
and so sometimes information doesn't get passed along to the other managers.
Yeah.
And he wasn't happy with that either.
Man. So like, I don't know, dude. Like, why doesn't he start off with like asking a question?
Because he just likes to go off the handle. And then like the previous night, I had messaged him about the situation, and he was like, we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm like, cool, I'm getting yelled at.
Oh my god. It sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's dumb. I'm glad to know it's because the other manager that's in the building is his son.
Oh yeah, perfect. Golden boy.
No, he gets yelled at too. So
oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I learned about that, and I was like, okay, good. I'm not the only one getting yelled at.
Like, why wouldn't you like investigate a little more before you go off the handle?
I don't know.
Like, I don't understand.
That's what I do.
But that's exactly what happened to me when he was like complaining about my communication.
Yeah,
it's like all you saw was that I didn't CC them in on these fucking emails. Like, they need to get a CC about every little shitty email I do.
Right.
Like, I'll show you all my 15 emails I did about this. Like, why wouldn't you ask me rather than going off? Jesus Christ. He didn't yell at me, though. He wrote an email that pissed me off. But still, it's just like, come on.
I'll take a harshly worded email over getting yelled at.
I mean, it still pisses you off because it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, I mean, anyways.
Yeah, I don't like to upset the balance and just like yell at other people or yell at other managers because they're yelling at me. I just take the calmer approach, and then I'm like, hey, just so you know, this is how it is.
There have been times when I've yelled at work, but it's been like ridiculous, like when I get screamed at by a crackhead because the cashier didn't take their backpack, and I know the cashier saw them and didn't ask for their backpack and leave it at the door, because the guy comes up to them, talks to them, leaves, walks away, comes back and talks to him again, and they still send him off. And then I gotta go like, hey, sorry, you gotta leave your bag at the till. And then like, they didn't ask me at the door, just fucking screaming and yelling. So then I go, you ask for the bag when they come in. Like, it's not that hard. I saw you talk to him twice.
They don't want the confrontation of having to ask a cracky for their bag.
They know if the crackhead says anything, they call manager, then we talk to him.
Yeah.
All they have to, if the crackhead says no, they go, okay, call the manager. They don't have to do anything.
It's still a confrontation that they'd rather not have, I guess.
Then they get another job, I guess. I
suppose.
It's not that fucking hard. They have the easiest job in the store.
Yeah.
So they can ask a crackhead to leave their bag. Anyways.
Yes. And you'll be pleased to know, and the rest of the people will be pleased to know, that we get to reside in the Purple Room Studios.
Oh, cheers. Tink.
Ding.
Nice. So, any other details about which way you had to go? Or you...
We had to do the non-traditional mortgage, which is actually all right by me. I would prefer it's going to be a non-reporting mortgage, which means it's not going to report to the credit bureau. I would have liked to have
a huge deal.
It's not a huge deal, but I would like to. I'm on the quest to get my credit score as good as possible now.
But that's only for now. Like when you go to refinance or you can always get it done then.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the wife's finances aren't as organized as we would have liked.
Okay.
So we have to work on that over the next couple of years, make sure everything's tickety-boo.
Nice.
And then we can go back with some proper paperwork and get the mortgage.
So did you get a little extra cash to add an AC unit to this bitch?
No, I was not able to do that.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's just going to be so my mortgage is going to be $2,100 a month.
Okay, pretty
nice.
good for this place.
Yeah. The lot is huge. The lot's worth more than the house.
Oh, it always is.
Always is. But I have to deal with some insurance now to see if I can get. I got to get the insurance on the house, and they're going to be like 70 amp panel. I don't know about that.
Yeah, you might have to get that switched.
Oh yeah,
out.
that's the number one thing that's getting done immediately is getting that panel switched.
That's
probably to a 200
crazy
amp.
that's still in here, dude.
I know.
Even my house has updated electrical.
I know that was going to make it hard for the owner to sell it to somebody else because it only has 70 amp service.
Perfect. And then when do you get your money from him?
That should be soon, actually. It's either when he gets... he's been embroiled in a lawsuit.
Oh.
And so when he gets paid out from that, I'll get money. But also, I'm like, you don't have to. Like, you can wait until the house sells to give me the money.
Plus interest.
Yeah, whatever.
No, plus interest. I'm telling you, plus interest. Get interest.
He says he's going to give me interest anyway, so...
Perfect. That's the way it should be, considering he was screwing you over here.
Yeah.
I know
he's giving us the house is a stellar deal.
I know he's your friend and he's whatever, but the way he did it kind of screwed you over.
Maybe a little bit, but
he could have come to you a year ago and
yes,
said,
he could have.
This is what's happening. Not like, oh, in 6 months you're out on your ass, okay?
He could,
because he's known for more than a year.
Oh yeah,
he's known for more than a year
for sure.
Yeah. So, anyways,
yeah, good deal in the house.
Yeah.
As soon as we make the upgrades, it's just going to skyrocket in value. So
yeah. Big time.
But I don't think I really want to move anytime soon.
No.
And then he was like,
well, this is more than a starter home.
Yes, this is a forever home. Especially when I get all the renovations done in here the way I want them, then it's a forever home.
Like my house is a starter house. And it's like getting to the time where it's like something's going to have to change here.
Yes.
Just because it's going to be especially full.
Yes.
So something's got to happen. But it's good because like it's gone up so much since we got it that when we sell, it'll be like, oh, I need $100,000 for a down payment. Here you go.
No problem.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, that's cool. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah, super, super pleased about that.
Nice. And then you can start doing the studio space rentings.
Maybe.
Oh,
We'll
maybe.
See.
Oh.
I'm actually with my current business license for Purple Room Studios. I'm not allowed to have clients in the house.
Oh,
so I would have to.
It's a good thing I'm a lover.
Yeah, well, you're not paying me to do anything here.
No.
We're kind of in this together, and
exactly.
So yeah, I would have to adjust the business license to get it so that people could come into the house and pay me money to use the space.
I mean, yeah, I guess so, but like, no one would even know, really.
Yeah, pretty much. Be like,
you're just like, that's my friend. Well, again,
I mean, it would be
too. You're not gonna let a random in here, really.
Because there's once I get that other room cleared out, I'm pointing over there to the other space.
Yeah.
Once I get that cleaned out, then I can get that built and this cleaned out, so that it can be a more comfortable space. Because right now it's fairly full of stuff.
A little bit.
And a lot of it's going to go out there. Like the computer that we're currently recording on, the audio, and my gaming computer is going to go out there.
Oh.
And there's just going to be the one computer in here, and this is just going to be purely for podcasts.
Oh, yeah. You need a window there.
Yeah, just a...
red light. Recording.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, was put a red light on. But and so that people outside would be quiet. But it's actually not bad.
I mean, sometimes I can hear someone on the stairs or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's the only thing, is that you can hear people on the stairs.
I don't think I ever hear any like water running or anything
No.
like that. So it's pretty quiet in here.
Yeah, I mean, I can blast music in here,
Yeah.
and like I think I did this last
Yeah,
podcast,
yeah.
but you can barely hear it in the living room.
Yeah.
You can feel it more than you can hear it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, it's a very sound resistant room, and
Yeah.
people outside making noise, not an issue.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just the stairs make noise, but I don't have any like that closet that's
it's just
there. It's
exposed.
just open, and there's no insulation in there yet.
Yeah. So
None of
even
the
if
sound.
that got some in there, it would eliminate that shit.
Oh yeah,
for
for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a
Nice.
big change. It's going to be great.
Nice.
I got some winter renovation plans. I got some summer renovation plans. So
Of
we'll see.
course.
We'll see. It's a lot of time, and there's a lot of other projects on the go right now that will hopefully
Full plate.
suck up all my time. Well, not hopefully, but they will suck up all my time.
Full plate.
And one of those projects is, of course, Aegis Mobile Power Washing, which is the power washing company.
Heard of it.
And we have contracts everywhere to do a lot of other things.
Yes.
And so one of our once or twice a year contracts is to do awnings and storefronts up at the Yisk area in that building spot.
Okay.
And so this morning we did the chopped leaf awnings and the booster juice awnings.
Oh. Do you do the ISK ones?
No.
Oh.
Oh, we
well.
might, but not this time.
Okay.
It's just the chopped leaf and the
Well, I'll tell Don that he has to use you.
yeah,
He's
for
the
sure.
regional manager now.
Oh,
so.
nice. Yeah, so we were up there like 6 a.m, spraying off the awnings. I was
okay.
recording the whole thing because
Nice.
we're trying to get more shorts and stuff going like that
yeah.
to get more advertising out there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're using Facebook, you're going to be seeing some advertisements hopefully coming
Yeah.
up for that.
Nice.
Yeah, and we're going to get some newsletters out to people that we've already been with. I was right when you showed up, that's what I was doing. I was designing a newsletter
Nice.
to put in there.
Nice.
So hopefully that comes out.
Nice.
And if I forgot to mention, if you're looking for a mortgage, Andrew Wade.
Andrew Wade.
What the dude's amazing.
Wait a minute. No.
He's
Okay.
he's based out of Victoria.
Okay, I was going to say, I should have referred you to my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought of that. I hope she's not listening to this podcast today.
Well, I didn't come to you for a referral either. I went
but
to
she
my
would've-
old mortgage broker and was like, "Hey, do you have a suggestion for another mortgage broker?" She
Right.
gave me Andrew Wade, and this guy was amazing. Like he pulled out all the stops, was incredibly helpful. Just
I
like
made a
worked
big
nonstop
mistake.
trying to get us this
I
mortgage.
made a big mistake.
Yeah.
She would have, yeah. Anyways, and we'll just skip over it.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go. That was a
I
huge
apologize,
recommendation
Jamie.
for me. Oh yeah, she's probably listening right now.
And that's what she does now.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's like is very thorough. So she could probably help you out, but she's also new at it too. So she,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways,
Well, she hasn't liked the
Okay,
podcast yet, so she's probably not listening.
that's okay.
And of course,
Uh-huh.
9 Arsons.
Oh, he was here, but he's not here right now. What a
he was here,
bitch.
and he's not here.
He's dead to me. Do you know that?
I
He was
didn't know
supposed to be
that.
on the podcast today. And
Yes.
now he's dead to me.
It was going to be the full 9 Arsons weekend.
Yeah.
It was most of a 9 Arsons weekend.
Yeah.
He showed up Friday night.
Friday night.
And we played some board games.
Yeah.
Didn't stream it.
Well, they're not really board games. There's no board.
I guess we just played Dominion, which
Yeah,
is all
it's
card
like a
game.
card game.
Yeah. We played to get Briscoe, who is also here. We made a 4-stack.
Yep.
We had Briscoe, Curb, 9 Arsons, and myself.
Yeah.
And we played some basic Dominion
Yep.
for the first game, and then some extremely advanced Dominion for the second and third
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, we
like-
used the new expansion.
Yeah,
that you
Frontiers, I think it was.
had. Yeah, I think so. Oh, Empires.
Empires, yeah.
Empires.
Yeah, super pleased with how that played.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
I really liked the stock sets that they had written up.
I didn't. Now that I think about it, I barely looked at the art on the cards.
Yeah, it's not
I couldn't describe art on anything except my little placeholder card that I had for putting my victory points on.
Yes, that's because you personally picked that one.
But the art on the other ones, I mean, I remember there was a picture of a castle and stuff like that. But
it's a mixed bag.
And a
some
rat,
of them are really good. Some of them are like, oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was better results this time than the first time I played Dominion.
Yes.
But, I mean, I think it was like, well, Mikey was handcuffed.
Well, when I'm playing with newer people, I don't tend to play the strategies that I would normally play to make it a little bit more fun for everyone, you know?
Yeah.
I try to like experiment around and not go for like the MLG strats.
Yeah, Major League Gaming, exactly. I mean, I think I won the last game just because of my chariots.
Oh, yeah. You're getting mad victory points off those.
Yeah, my chariot strat.
It was a good strategy, the chariot strategy.
It worked okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
And for people who don't know, Dominion is a deck building card game where you have to build a kingdom there's a pile of 10 different cards in the middle, each with 10 cards each in it. And these are cards that you can purchase with cards that you already have in your deck. So you start with 7 coppers and 3 estates, and that's what your kingdom comprises of.
Yeah.
And you use those treasure cards to buy other cards to expand your kingdom, to hopefully buy all of the kingdom lands. And all the lands are basically victory points.
Yeah. Some aren't, though. Some have no value.
Some have no value.
Some of the castles I had no intrinsic value, but
they did
other things.
With Empires, what is it is, Empires?
Yeah, it was Empires.
Yeah, they have stacks of cards where you have to order the cards from lowest cost to highest cost, and then there are sometimes they're the same and sometimes they're different. So you'll with the castles, you'll start with like a 2-cost castle at the top, working your way down through the costs, different effects and everything like that, to a 10-cost castle at the bottom.
Yeah, it's an interesting game for sure.
Yeah, and this is I don't know if this is a new kind of thing for this particular expansion, or if the previous expansions that I don't have
that as well.
Have that as well.
You don't have expansions?
There's either 2 or 3 that I don't have with this that came after the last one that the designer said he was going to do. So he got to this one expansion and he was like, that's it, I'm not doing anymore.
Yeah.
And I guess, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, 3 years later, another expansion comes out. It's like, I thought you were done.
It's kind of like a game where you could make your own expansion.
Oh yeah, you definitely
design
could.
Your own,
yeah.
And then maybe that's what it was. Is he didn't design it, someone else did.
Maybe it's kind of like a Terraria effect where.
Yeah, I'm done with it. Actually, just kidding. I added
kidding.
Golfing.
Yeah, just kidding. You guys keep buying it and making tons of money. So here's another expansion.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that's going on with Terraria right now, is that there was just article. We're not talking about it in the news, but we mentioned it here. Yeah. There's an article that just came out, and the Terraria devs are like, we can't move on to other things. You guys are still making us tons of money by buying this game. Like, what the hell? It's almost like everyone in the world's going to have this game.
Yeah, it's like, why? Eventually you'll be like, I'm fucking sick of working on Terraria, but you know what? That's your job.
It's literally your job to work on Terraria.
It's making you so much money.
Yeah.
If you don't want to work on it, you hire somebody else to do it, and then you rubber stamp it. Like George Lucas, literally I saw a video of him doing like the prequel movies.
Yeah.
And there was just a table with alien designs, and he just pulled out his little George Lucas stamp and was like, "Yep, chick, I like that one. No, not that one. Chick, I like that one." So.
Yeah, and I would imagine that with the advent of crossplay in this new expansion, that it's gonna boost sales even more.
Of course.
Like, now people are gonna be able to be like, "Hey, well, you don't have Terraria yet? Well, now we can play together.
Exactly.
I can show you how to play."
Exactly. Yeah, that's it would be tough to get into Dominion now.
Yeah.
Well, just be like the base set and then like 30 expansions. Like, Jesus Christ.
I wonder if the base set even exists right now in like the base set. Because now it's kind of like everything's in a big box where you get like 2 or 3 sets in it. You get the base set, which is not.
You'd have to buy like 10 boxes to get all the sets.
Well, yeah, if you wanted them all, but you could still just get the original and be like, "Oh yeah, I like this."
It's an expensive hobby.
It is an expensive hobby.
The board games.
Yes.
Cool beans.
And then
yesterday,
we we set up all the PCs that I had in the house except for one.
Uh-huh.
downstairs in a row,
Yep.
in a kind of a LAN party style.
Yep.
And we played League of Legends.
We did.
The last time before that, when I had played League of Legends, I was like, I hate this game now. I can't play this anymore. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not playing this again.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you had never played it.
Yep.
And we decided to do this with Kurt, who
big League of Legends
guy. And yeah, we set it up LAN style. We had 4 of us downstairs. Mm-hmm. And I actually had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
And we taught you how to play.
Yeah. I, in theory, know how to play.
Yeah. What did you think?
I think if I could play with a controller, I would have been like 5 times better.
Yeah.
Just the controls I don't like. I don't like clicking around with the mouse to move around. I hate that. But if I had a D-pad or 2 analog sticks, it'd be
good to go.
Oh, and then just the buttons on the shoulders and everything.
Yeah.
For my abilities. Oh fuck, I would have been 10 times better.
I wonder how last hitting would go with that.
What do you mean?
Well, because you only get the gold from a creep if you hit it. Mm-hmm. Do the final hit.
Yeah.
Right.
So
if you're the one who kills it. But you have to be pretty precise on that kind of thing. So I wonder if you
just aim with the right stick.
Yeah, but then you got to click on the minion you want.
I mean,
because if you just shoot straight, it's going to hit the first minion, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, whatever. So you'd be handicapped that way. Big fucking deal. I'd be way better fighting a human, like controlled character with the analog stick.
Yeah, because you don't need to be worrying about moving your camera around while also moving your character around. While
just
also
like the clicking shit. I gotta anyways.
Yeah, there's a lot of clicking.
I think it would be like also probably they couldn't do it because the whole point of some of the moves is that you have to be looking at the guy to actually do the move.
Yeah.
So you couldn't aim it with the right analog stick and then fire off the move. You'd have to be moving towards them.
Especially when you were playing Caitlyn, because her ultimate ability is you have to click on the guy who could be all the way across the map.
Yeah, I mean, there would be some way to unlock the map and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, the controls I hate. I've never liked the clicking to move thing. That's like Path of Exile with the controller way better than playing it with the clicking all around this fucking screen.
Oh yeah, I also like Path of Exile with the controller much better.
There's also it was fine being this is what your buttons do. You're gonna want to do this, that, and the other thing. But then it's I'll hear watch out, Lucian is doing this. And they'll be like, oh, they're talking to you, Curb. And I'll be like, oh, well, I don't know what any of those words meant. So, and it would just I don't know. Okay. All right.
Yeah, when I was sitting next to you, well, you were sitting in between Kurt and I, and then Mastner was sitting on the end.
Yeah.
And we were kind of just watching and also playing and watching you while also playing. And trying to give you... heads up when you need to do stuff things need to happen, but then we would forget.
Well, and it'd be like, this guy's
don't know anything.
So and so's gonna alt do this, and it's I don't know what that character is. I don't know what his alt is gonna do either. So it's not telling me is not gonna help me anyways.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff to get used to. There's a lot of characters to know.
Well, and then it also went from beginner AI to absolute novice AI to beginner to AI, and then to level 300 MMR unranked players.
Yes.
So it was I died 6 times in a row to that guy.
Well, you also had a couple of bad matchups up in the top row because when you were playing Garen and you were playing against Teemo, who counters Garen so hard it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. And then it was trying to be oh, you have to buy your gear. And it's well, there's 50 fucking gears to choose here. And then it's oh, don't forget to buy your potion. And also you have a rune or something like that to put down. And then it's okay. And then I discovered when you start the match, I had a healing, F was heal or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I discovered there's 20 different options you can choose for that. And it was Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, there's a lot of customizability in that, but they've made it a whole lot more noob friendly.
Oh my god,
in a way, because it'll suggest you the items that you should be picking and be hey, this item's good against this person, this item's good against this person.
Yeah. So, and when I was I got pointers from Nine Arsons and everything, and he coached me a bit, but it was kind of oh, you should buy this. You buy that item. Okay. but like why? Like I don't understand why I'm doing the things I'm doing. Like for moves, it was a bit different. Like it was like, okay, this, if you hit him with this, you hit the button again, and it'll slurp him over to you, and we can attack him, whatever. But it was like, oh, you want to buy this item here? Oh, okay. I don't know what it did, but all right.
Yeah, they've changed the items around so much that when I was asking them what items I should buy as well, because the recommended ones are the ones I shouldn't buy, and I was like, hey, why I need to buy these items? Okay, great. I don't know what they do, but sure.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, whenever I would be back at base and running back towards where I needed to go, I'd be like reading the items, be like, what does this do?
Yeah. yeah, exactly. I'm also not used to like playing abilities off of the QWER keys.
Yes.
So, I mean, I've not played that many PC games, period, but I kept naturally just going to be, my fingers were on WAD.
Yep.
So, and then the keyboard I was using seemed to be very sensitive because all of a sudden I'd be like, I swear I didn't push down the button, but I used the ability, like I'm walking back to the battle. And it's like, why did my ability go off? I swear I didn't push it down, but it must have been just the weight of my finger on there was just enough to like get it to go off. So it was fine. And I think if I played against like more newbie players, it would be better.
Yeah.
And afterwards, last night when we were watching the movies, Nine Arsons asked me about it, and he's like, oh, maybe I should have made a new account, and then that probably would have worked better or whatever. And I'm like, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I had my account, but my account's only like level 32.
Yeah.
Or 3 or something like that, because the max level before was level 30.
Yeah.
That's all you could get to.
Yeah.
And now it's like
unlimited.
Uncapped rank.
But it's based off of, it's the MMR is not your level, it's based off of your skill or whatever.
Yeah.
And all these games don't have, like, unranked just means you don't lose ranking, but it's still skill based.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like in Apex Legends, which all the like elite players complain about unranked. It's like, it's still MMR. I can't just go in and dominate a lobby and destroy all the noobs. It's like, yeah, no shit. They want people to continue playing the game, dumbass. So
yes, we had Matzner, who is extremely good at League, and I'm okay at League, and Kurt's okay at League.
Yeah.
So it kind of balanced out. Like we made a
lot
of teams
won them
quit.
all but one.
Yeah, I think there were 2 that we lost when we were playing against people.
Yeah, and they all quit all the time.
Yeah, and they were like, nope, surrender.
Yeah.
Like the first game where we played humans, I was playing Teemo top, and it was that same situation where when you were Garen playing against Teemo, I was Teemo playing against another guy, and I just bullied that guy right out of lane, and he never came back.
Oh, no?
He was like, no, I'm not going up there. Somebody else go up there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, when we were fighting that one, I kept him from taking the tower, but he just kept killing me. Mm-hmm. Not like repeatedly, like, you know, every time I ran over there, but we'd fight for like a couple minutes and then he'd kill me.
Yeah.
And I mean, I took him down half health or whatever, but I could never finish him off. So
yeah, that guy is that was Tom Kench, and he's so freaking tanky.
Yeah.
Like because whenever you die, he gets 300 gold.
Oh,
and so that allows him to get all kinds of items and whatnot. So,
but he'd only gone back one time.
Yeah.
By the time I died like 5 times. So
that allowed him to really muscle up and dominate the rest of the field. That was one of the ones that we lost.
Yeah.
Tom Kench he was too powerful.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going in there. I'm going to kill him. I'm doing 9% of his max HP every second.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy Christ. He just tanked through the entire thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it was interesting anyways.
Yeah, I had lots of fun. Not a picture was taken. Nobody got to see the setup. But it was 4 PCs all in a row.
Yep.
It was great.
Yep, it was a good time.
Lots of fun.
Yep.
And then you guys had movie night?
Yeah, we did movie night. Nine Arsons joined me on the Jouch, and we did Little Shop of Horrors. That was his request. And then I also did Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which was I'd seen those ones like years and years ago, like probably in the 90s, basically. And then I had a goal to get 5 subs. And if I did, it would be a third movie. So we reached the goal, and Nine Arsons stayed around for the third movie. We watched Cat People, which is about people that turn into panthers if they get horny. It's an interesting movie. It's had a bunch of people in it, like John Larroquette was in it. other people that I can't remember. Natasha Kinski was in it. Her dad is a notoriously terrible person.
Oh, yeah.
He's an actor that was like, he would assault people and just beat people up on set and just a notorious asshole. Yeah, it was It was good. I liked it. I've seen it before. I'd seen them all before, but Cat People I'd seen more recently. I enjoyed it. So It was good.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
And then I watched one other thing. I don't know why I started watching it, but on Disney Plus or Netflix, I don't remember. There's a show called The Watcher.
Oh, yeah.
I'd seen it on there, and I was like, that sounds kind of corny, whatever. But then I was like, oh, it's from Ryan Murphy, who did American Horror Story. So I was like, okay, I can check that out. I like him. And it's like kind of American Horror Story, but like if it was on ABC.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like no gratuitous violence or sex. Not that it's gratuitously sexy on FX, but it's sexier than you would see on ABC or whatever. Yeah. And it's about a family that buys a house in the suburbs, and it's just their neighbors are all weird, and there's weird shit going on in the house.
Yeah.
And, the alarm goes off in the middle of the night, and then they, the pet ferret's found dead, and then whatever. There's a weird handicapped neighbor who just comes in their house and looks at them. Hi! Just a bunch of weird stuff going on in it. But it's got Naomi Watts in it, and I can't remember who plays her husband, but he's a cool guy too.
Huh.
So I watched a few episodes just to check it out, and I might continue it. It's interesting, but it kind of also feels like Lost a bit, where it's just like I don't know if they know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, oh, that was creepy, but are they going to be able to like explain it in a way that's satisfying? Not like Lost, where it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So.
What time did you guys finish watching movies last night?
Oh, like 1 a.m., something like that, 1:30.
Yeah, so there's a missing person in this podcast. 9
Yes.
was supposed to be here. And, he went home, I don't know when.
Oh,
sometime
really?
this morning.
Oh, you didn't even see him?
No, I woke up at 6:30 to go do the AMPOW stuff.
Yeah.
I went down, I looked downstairs, like, oh, the lights are on. I went downstairs, like, everything cleaned up, he's gone.
Wow.
He wasn't sleeping very well. He couldn't get to sleep or something. I don't know. He didn't have a good night's sleep.
Crazy.
Probably just woke up, couldn't get back to sleep, and so he was just
like, fuck it, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, it was like, it was after 1 for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Late night.
Oh, yeah.
Probably had too much energy drink.
No, he didn't drink anything.
Oh, interesting.
Like, literally nothing.
Literally nothing? Not even a water?
Nothing. And he ate like half a pizza.
Wow.
Yeah. It was crazy. I offered him drink and everything, and he's like, no, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It wasn't like it was hot in the basement, so.
Yeah.
It's not like he was sweating or anything. So.
He did bring me and Austin are in my hands. I'm currently holding a Magic the Gathering, Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth Collector's Booster Box.
Oh, my God. How much did that cost?
The sticker price on this says $574.99.
Oh my God! And how much did you pay for it?
With tax, it was $650.
Oh my God!
So Mattster and I split this box.
Yeah.
And we will be opening it shortly.
Nice.
On stream.
Oh, very good.
Not on any channel anyone's familiar with, but it will be announced the channel that it will be being streamed on.
Crazy.
And it will not be here that it gets streamed.
Oh my God.
Weird.
That's crazy. So when you open that there, you're hoping to get some Elven Rings.
We're hoping to get some Elven Rings, some serialized 1 of 300 Elven Ring. Like the 1 of 300 is probably going to be like super money.
Yeah.
The 69 of 300 is probably going to be like super money.
Oh, dude. Yeah, no doubt. So when you pull an Elven Ring that's serialized, are you going to submit it to be... Graded?
Yes.
And which company are you going to use?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because it would have to be shipped down to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll get, we'll be, it'll go straight in a sleeve, straight in a hard case.
Yeah.
And then shipped off.
Okay.
Be like, there you go. And then when it comes back, we'll be like, there you go. Depending on what number it is, of course.
If you got any serialized ring, you wouldn't...
It would probably go on the wall.
Okay, but you would get it graded?
In a certain location. Probably get it graded, yeah.
Get sun faded, dude. Get sun faded.
Sun faded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the wall.
That's true. We have to put it behind some like
UV protective
lighting.
Yeah, I think you should get it graded.
Yeah.
10.0, baby. Imagine that doubles the value.
I don't know, because the One Ring got pulled at a 9.
Yeah, but
It was graded at 9.
I saw that was done by, I don't remember which company did it. I didn't put the story on here, but
Yeah.
they graded a Pokemon card a 10. I don't know. It was a cat, like a Persian or something like that.
Yeah.
But someone had drawn a penis on the card. Like on the cat's forehead, there was a penis. It looked kind of like it was supposed to be part of the card, but it was still graded a 10.
PSA.
Yeah, PSA. Yeah. So
There you go.
the grading is like up to human error.
Yes, 100%. It's up to whoever's grading its discretion.
Yeah. So it's too bad about the One Ring. They can't resubmit that one.
Nope, that's it.
Everyone knows it's a 9. You can't be like, crack it and be like, I'll resubmit it. See if I get a better rating. Or imagine they did and they did it, give it a different rating. That's
it would
higher.
have gone down.
But if it's higher,
Would have been an 8.
but what if they go higher? They just whoever opens it that day is like, oh, they don't know.
Whatever it's rated, the price of that card does not change.
No, but like but it's different with the One Ring.
Yeah,
because
it's
there's only
100%
one.
different.
But if I had like an expensive card, a Black Lotus, and I cracked it and resubmitted it, you'd get a better score.
Probably.
And they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So, but the One Ring, it's kind of like, I know that's a 9.
Yeah.
I already saw it. There's only one.
Saw it.
I already know it's a 1.
Yeah.
Or a 9, sorry.
Yeah.
Cool.
Other than everything that just happened that we just spoke about, I played one video game.
Ooh.
Well, I played a couple, actually.
You liar.
Game Club. Yeah. But the only one I'm going to talk about today is Wall World.
Wall World? What the fuck
Wall
is Wall World?
Wall World is there's a game that came out called Dome Keeper, which I talked about before, where you keep a dome, you have to go underneath the dome, you have to mine
I told
artifacts
you about
out.
this one.
Yeah.
I remember, but you're climbing up the wall, right?
Yeah, so you have Dome Keeper, you're stuck in one spot. You go into the mine, you find an artifact, you get out, that's the game.
Yeah.
You can upgrade your dome, get all these weapons, all these abilities and stuff to help you mine faster, and you upgrade by using the materials and minerals that you pull out of the ground. You spend those to upgrade your dome, your weapons, your mining speed, and all that kind of stuff. Wall World, exactly the same.
Yep.
Except it's vertical, and you're on a wall. And you have a spider mech that crawls up and down the wall and to go to different sections of the mine.
Yeah.
And different spots in the wall, different mines have different minerals in them.
Yeah.
So your basic one just has the 2 minerals. And you can get all kinds of upgrades out of there as well. And then you use that to upgrade your spider mech, make it go faster, make it shoot more, get other weapons, which you can switch between. But then, you can go up or you can go down. And it goes up or down infinitely, as far as I can tell.
Yep.
And you have a 25-minute timer. And once the 25-minute timer is up, the Eldritch Horror comes out. And
oh, no.
So you got to try and get as far as you can within that 25 minutes in order to be able to defeat the Eldritch Horror hold it off until the next time.
Yep.
But I think I like Wall World better because it has a sense of exploration. You're not always in the same mine the entire time trying to go deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
There is a limit to how far you can go. And then if you want to upgrade your stuff more, you have to find a mine with the certain material in there.
Yeah.
Which I like a whole lot more than how Dome Keeper works.
Yeah.
But also, it has a roguelike element where once you're dead, you go back to the start, but then you can there are other things there you can use to upgrade your spider. So every block you destroy, you get like one little upgrade unit, whatever the heck they are, sand points, I don't know. And you use those in the thousands to upgrade your spider mech.
Nice.
Which I like more, and then you just go off again and do your thing and try and get further.
Fun.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna like it when I spotted that however long ago.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I really liked Dome Keeper when I played it, but I don't know, Wall World just a whole lot better.
Actually, I forgot I played one game too.
I guess I...
You also played...
I also played
American
Gunfire.
Capitalist or something like that?
Yeah, I played, Sim Venture Capitalist, but mainly I played Wall World and Gunfire Reborn.
Tell me about your gunfiring.
We... Matster and I have managed to beat it on Elite, which was a feat.
Okay.
But we've also found this combination with the K9 character. His ultimate ability is dual wield, but he also has all kinds of upgrades that work off of that. So you can get it so that your ultimate ability, or I guess it's not an ultimate ability, it's your primary ability. It will go forever. Every 50 shots you fire will add 2 seconds to the timer. And then other abilities give you attack speed, and then other abilities give it so that you refill your ammo instantly.
Oh, yeah.
So you never run out of ammo. You have a huge amount of attack speed. So you're constantly gaining 2 seconds on top of your ability timer so it doesn't run out.
Oh, yeah.
And if you use a weapon that only has one shot in it, so I use kunai, which is just throwing knives around the entire thing, it's just forever. It just lasts forever. You never run out of ammo. You just keep going.
Nice.
And so it's just infinite amounts of damage.
Nice.
And yeah, that allowed us to beat it on Elite. It was crazy.
Nice.
The big bad boss at the end is crazy. He's pretty powerful. Big, just like a big Warcraft style end boss with like bullet hell kind of elements to it.
Returnal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, more like a Returnal boss.
Okay.
Big open stage, and he's just flying around, jumping around, bullet hell, all over the place.
Except first person.
Yeah, except first person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's it was really fun. We powered through that.
Crazy.
Now we're on Nightmare. And Nightmare's been kicking our ass.
Oh my god. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
I don't think I'm gonna try that one. I'd probably enjoy it, but whatever.
You need to be a roguelike enjoyer.
I mean, I kind of am, depending on the roguelike, I guess. I played a game, not as good as the one you played. It's called Avengers. It's atrocious. I played it before multiplayer, like a long time ago on stream one time, which was fine. It was kind of just like a beat 'em up with multiplayer. But like playing the campaign of this game is just a chore.
Yeah.
Like you start as Kamala Khan, which is fine, whatever. I like Miss Marvel. But the problem is like, I have to get away from, I don't know, Star Labs or whatever. I'm skipping the story because whatever. And it's like, I'm a superhero, but now I have to sneak through the level. And if I get spotted, it's game over. Restart from the checkpoint. And that's not fun in any game for me, but it's especially not fun in a game where you're supposed to be a superhero.
Yeah.
And it's like, why don't I just kill them all? They're just robots. Like, let me kill them all. But no, you can't do it. So there's a lot of that sneaking. And then when you do fight, you're kind of wimpy, you know?
Yeah.
But then when you get your like superpower, then it's really fun. Where you're like, when you're Kamala Khan is Miss Marvel, and it's like, oh, I've got my full meter, so I can embiggen, and I grow really big. And then I'm like 5 times as big as the guys, and I'm kicking the guys, and they're flying, and I kick and I destroy like all the shipping containers and all this stuff, and it's just explosions. It's like, oh yeah, okay. But that lasts for 30 seconds. And then you're back down to be small Miss Marvel, and you can make your fist bigger. And it's the same thing with the Hulk. You're the Hulk, and it's like, whoa, okay. I'm punching guys, and, you know, I'm punching a human, and I gotta punch him 5 times to knock him out. Like, I'm the Hulk.
Literally the Hulk.
But then it's like, oh, rage time, and it's like, oh, fucking, I'm like picking up pieces of the ground, and I'm doing huge hand claps and just destroying shit, and then it's like, yeah, this is pretty fun, and that lasts for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's just like, ugh. And it is like the dollar store. Like, I know, like, the Marvel Cinematic Universe versions of the Avengers is like the movie version.
Yeah.
But in the game, it's like, oh my god, this is the great value version of the Avengers. Like, I know Thor traditionally in the comic books would speak like with a bunch of thous and all that, you know.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that in the game. Like, you can have him talk like the movie Thor. Like, that just makes more sense, you know. And then Tony Stark looks like just their dollar store dude. Kamala Khan I find is okay because she kind of just looks like a normal girl.
Yeah.
But you're kind of, I mean, we've only seen her in the one show too, so it's kind of like we haven't, you know, seen Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man for 10 years, you know? Because when he takes off his helmet and he talks, you're just like, oh, God.
Who's this guy?
Yeah. So anyways, I've been playing it just to get achievements because I needed to get some achievements for my Game Pass quest.
Yeah.
And I played it on Game Pass and unlocked some achievements, unfortunately. So I was like, okay, I better do this one before it gets shut down permanently.
Yeah.
Because they've unlocked everything in it.
Yeah.
Like, you go to the costume screen, you can put on any costume. They're all unlocked.
Yeah.
You know, you still level up and you whatever, but it doesn't cost money anymore. So
There you go.
it's going to go away.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to do an Iron Man now because RDJ is so iconic as Iron Man, and the world knows that face as being the face of Iron Man.
Jarvis is a specific voice now. And, well, I guess it's different for Endgame. It was a woman, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, because Jarvis
Vision.
His Vision,
Yeah.
And that's, of course, Paul Bentley.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Bethany,
yeah.
Yeah. So... I don't recommend that game at all. Even if you like Marvel.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you'd like it more if you like Marvel, but anyway.
Yeah, you just don't the superhero games where you don't feel like a badass superhero, that's not it.
Yeah, like in the Batman games, he's not really he's
just
rich.
Batman's
That's
just
his
a
power
human.
is
He's
rich.
just a dude.
But when he's fighting in the like Batman like fighting style in that game where you can see the attacks coming and you can block them and everything, you feel like such a badass the whole time.
Yeah.
Where in this one it was like, I have to punch this robot like 15 times? Oh my god.
With Batman it makes sense because, he's just a guy.
But even in that, he only punches
muscles.
him a few times and knocks him out because then he'll like do a like chokehold and knock him out or whatever.
With the Hulk, you should just be one-shotting everyone every time.
And
But then it's like, it's game balance.
But even then, it would be way more fun that way. It's obvious they designed it this way because they want you to buy the EXP booster so you level up faster, so you're more strong. Like, you can tell that's why they built the game that way. Yeah. But it's not fun. Maybe someone else would enjoy it, but I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, no, I feel like when you're playing a superhero game, you need to feel like a superhero. If you feel like you need to be buying stuff just to feel like a superhero and not, it doesn't come with the superhero game being a superhero. That's stupid.
Yeah, there's flying enemies and you have to use projectiles to take them down, and Miss Marvel's projectiles, she just shoots her fist out a long way against them.
Hulk just leaps on them, smashes them to the ground.
No,
and then
he
they're
picks
done.
up a rock and throws it at them.
That's too much for Hulk. That's too much thinking.
Well, he's kind of like Smart Hulk.
Oh, okay.
He's not like super Smart Hulk, but he can like understand, and he's not just up here destruction machine. Like he doesn't smash Miss Marvel when they meet.
No,
so
he would.
Well,
non-Smart Hulk would anyway.
Depending on the
situation.
Yeah,
puny human after all.
Yeah, exactly. I just saw that in
incredibly
some game.
puny human.
I don't remember what game it was. Oh, I think it was in Yakuza. There was that exact move was done to me. I think Mr. Shakedown did it to me. Or something. I can't remember. But I was like, oh, God, that's like when Loki got smashed.
Did you manage to beat Mr. Shakedown yet?
I almost did. But anyways.
I have avoided him like the plague the entire game.
Usually when I see him, he's passed out. But anyways, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, for sure. But right now, let's talk about Secret Invasion.
Oh, right. I forgot we watched that.
No, we didn't.
You didn't watch it?
No, neither of us did.
No, I did watch it.
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Oh, I did watch it.
So you did watch it. Oh, I didn't think you would have. I completely forgot.
No, I remembered and I watched it.
All right, let's save it.
Well, we can talk about the 2 episodes next time.
Yes.
It continued the trend, I'll say that.
So you didn't like it? I'll like it.
It was fine, but anyways.
Let's go ahead and talk about something near and dear to our hearts, though.
Okay.
Patreon.com/StreamvoidPod.
I've heard of it.
Yes, you can get in there. You can throw money at the screen. You could support these 2 guys in this basement studio that is painted purple, doing what they like to do.
Yes.
Which is talking to you and giving you boundless entertainment for hours at a time.
Okay.
Hours at a time. Not just hours.
Hours. Okay.
That's right. If you are a Patreon, you get access to all the pre-show content, the post-show content, the stuff that nobody gets to hear content, which is amazing stuff.
Some of the best
stuff
we've ever done.
You can literally hear KurbStomped eat a McChicken.
Yeah, you can hear that, but there's also some other insightful things.
Yeah, we
entertaining things.
We do talk a little bit more candidly in those opening segments, I would say.
Candidly, eh?
Yeah, and before we go live, we talk a little bit more candidly about things that are happening.
More
sometimes.
Broad stuff, I think.
Yeah, less stuff that has to do with
Less
this and more.
focused. Yeah.
And it can be, a little bit more candid.
Yeah, we talk about cum a lot.
So if that's something you're interested in, patreon.com/StreamVoidPod. As little as $1 a month.
Yep.
Pre-show content, post-show content, videos that, only the Patreons get to see. Those, some might say, Patreon exclusives.
Exactly. And I think we got a new Patreon this last week here.
We did.
Yes, so shout out to Hood.
Very good.
Thank you for signing up.
Yes, thank you so much.
I will pleasure you IRL if I see you.
Oh! Let's talk about some news.
Okay.
The Dutch government, they're planning to ban loot boxes.
Sounds good to me.
That's a classic case. Everyone's trying to... a lot of countries are trying to ban loot boxes. Not a lot of people are having success.
I mean, it just depends on the way the country works, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll never be banned in America.
No.
Because of my freedoms.
Yes.
But, that's something that could happen here in Canada.
Yeah.
I could see it happening. Then again, gambling is legal
Yes.
here.
Yes, it is.
So, it's hard to say. But a lot of those European countries are kind of they're more socialist than Canada.
Way more.
So they kind of look at what the detriment to society on these things and take it more seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And it is detrimental.
Yes.
It's not as bad as other gambling, but it is a leading thing for kids.
Yes.
It is gambling for kids. Well, I mean, anyways, I've said it a million times. It's not really gambling, but it is gambling.
Yeah. By the definition of gambling.
Surprise mechanics.
Surprise mechanics. And it's funny. All the articles, whenever we talk about this, the main shot is always an Overwatch loot box shot.
Oh, yeah.
But down in the article, it's always about FIFA packs.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? Those ones, holy. EA's got to be lobbying hard to let those keep going because they make so much fucking money off those things.
I think it's because a lot of the websites that do feature these that we look at are American websites. And so FIFA isn't as popular over here as it is in Europe.
Yeah, I never thought. But they have the Madden ones in, Madden and stuff like that. They have the same thing just with football.
But
and even in NHL,
people play Madden?
Yeah. Madden.
Madden, NHL, but neither of those two compare to the amount of people who play FIFA.
Oh,
especially
worldwide,
yes. Worldwide,
but
for sure.
In North America, Madden, or NBA 2K, but I don't know if they do that in 2K. Different company.
Yeah.
But Madden sells more than FIFA in North America.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, worldwide, oh my God. FIFA, holy shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, FIFA, what's the Football Club Manager? It's holy crap! These are some of the highest selling games worldwide.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, and then they sell the little football card packs in the game for your legacy. I don't even know what they call them, legacy team or something like that.
Superstar team where you can just pull
and
have any player from any time.
I pulled the 99 Messi. I only spent $1,000, but I got Messi.
Yeah, and if you want to compete online, you got to be pulling those high-class players. Yeah, in that mode, yeah. I would imagine that there is a highly optimal team to play.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's just, you want the gold 100 or whatever it is in every position. So you're trying to open the packs to get them. Yeah. Yeah, I have literally never bought one of those. Even when I played NHL and Madden and they had those card packs, they'd be like, you get a free one every week or whatever. That's fine for me.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Because they expect you to do it every year.
Yeah.
It's no, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
But
big.
again, okay, I don't want to say most, but a lot of people that play FIFA or Madden, they play 2 games a year. They play FIFA and they play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So they buy 2 games, and if they want to spend $400 on one game, okay. I might spend $400 on 12 games.
Yeah.
There's no surprise mechanics involved, but
yeah.
Is that any different, really?
Yeah.
I mean, money-wise, not really, but yeah, for the sort of gateway to actual gambling, yes. It is predatory.
It's literally right there.
Yeah. And it does appeal to like that little part of your brain where it's like, oh yeah. I spent $600, but I won $5. You know?
Yeah.
Same thing with slots and all that shit. I've never been like, you know, susceptible to that. Like when I go like to Las Vegas or whatever, it's like, oh, I'll spend $20 today on the slots. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
My $20 is done. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I gotta win it back. Let me hit the cash machine. Get $200.
Got to get that endorphin rush going.
Yeah. I mean, when you win, it's like, oh yeah, all right,
yeah.
okay, cool. Like when I won that $1,200 or whatever in Las Vegas.
That's going to be like opening this booster box of collector's edition Lord of the Rings.
Buying 100 of those. You're just gonna crave.
I am not XQC.
But he also has millions of dollars.
Millions. Yeah. And spent $1 million on packs.
Well, dude, he also has a McLaren, so...
Yeah, that he doesn't drive.
Well, he doesn't actually have it now. What's her name has it? Adept. His ex-girlfriend.
Oh, got the McLaren and the divorce, eh?
No, they're still in court about it. Anyways, this is not XQC time.
Yes. All right, Dutch government. Yep. Ban on the loot boxes. Maybe. AMD prepares Ryzen 7000 CPU Starfield game bundle. Hello.
Okay.
You get your Starfield bundled in with your Ryzen 7000 series CPU.
So you buy a 7000 CPU, which costs, what, $1,000?
Probably not as much. I don't know.
And you get a free $70 game? Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal, I would say.
This is because of their deal they got going on, where they're going to use the Ryzen... What's their version? Like, it's not DLSS, it's... I can't remember what it's called. They announced their little pact they're doing.
Yeah, so they're gonna favor the AMD style cards.
Oh, but this is a CPU.
This is
not
CPU,
the GPU.
not the GPU. Yeah, so you're gonna pay.
They have a whole thing going with them. Holy!
Yeah. I wonder if can you get a Ryzen 5 with it, because the Ryzen 5 7600X is only 329 Canadian.
I doubt it.
And get the $80 big boy game.
I doubt it.
Oh,
well,
man,
maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see which CPUs they actually bundle it in with. If they're going to go with the lower end CPUs, like a Ryzen 3, like that's going to be like $200.
It depends on the specs.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be like, no, these are the ones that are. You need this CPU or better or whatever.
Yeah, because the Ryzen 5 7600 is only $299.
Yeah,
and so that's like you're saving so much money by you're just getting a huge deal. If you're getting that CPU with Starfield.
Have you ever bought something like that and got a free game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
What did I buy?
I
bought something and got a free game. It was just like a digital download.
Yeah.
In I think it was in my motherboard of my last PC, actually.
Oh, yeah. Starfield is going to be... I mean, who knows? That might convince somebody like, oh, I was going to get the game, but I could use a new CPU, and I get the game. Okay, I'll get a new CPU.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
100%.
I mean, I guess it must work. Otherwise, why would they do it?
Yeah.
They've been doing it for years. It's not the first time they've bundled a game with a hardware piece.
Mm-hmm.
So it must work in some way to incentivize people to buy your product. Because no one's going to be like, oh, I'm going to buy Starfield and just randomly buy a CPU.
Right? I bought Starfield for $80 and the CPU was...
It's just a little convincer,
Yeah. Or I bought Starfield for $800 and the CPU was free.
Yeah, exactly. Think of it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can sure tell that the big PC push is like the big PC inflation for the parts are just non-existent now. Because like the flagship Ryzen 9 7950X is only $769.
Yeah.
It's super cheap.
I mean, they also are kind of like, I don't want to say flooded the market, but during the COVID times when everyone was buying every piece of hardware they could because they were at home.
Yeah.
It sort of artificially inflated the value of these products, especially the graphics cards. They're too expensive.
Oh, yes. Way too expensive.
Yeah. Anyways, I already bought my new CPU, so...
Yep. Bought your new graphics card.
A long time ago. We're not talking about that. CPU I've only had for like a month, so it's not too bad. So
Yeah.
The new build will commence shortly.
Very good. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about TwitchCon.
Oh, TwitchCon Paris?
TwitchCon Paris.
Very good, yeah.
They announced some things.
For coming to Twitch. They're updating. They're trying to make Twitch better because they're scared of Kick and YouTube and, I don't know, Rumble. Are they scared of Rumble? Probably not.
They're scared of Cozy.tv.
There's a new one that's been advertising to me on Twitter called like Zmon or something like that.
Zmon?
Where it's like Kick where you get 95% of the subs and everything, but it's crypto based.
Oh!
So you get some weird crypto coin instead of money. Anyways.
Zalando's open source platform monitoring?
I don't know.
I
don't know what it was.
Doesn't sound right.
But some of the things they're doing, they're improving the clip editor, so you can edit clips nicelier.
God, that's editing clips in regular Twitch is awful.
Yeah, I'm sure it's still going to be awful, but it'll also make them into TikToks and YouTube Shorts.
Ooh.
So they'll be vertical videos.
That's super handy.
So that's interesting. They're adding a discovery feed thing, which is kind of like TikTok for Twitch, where you just sort of swipe through clips and stuff like that, and then you can go to someone's channel and follow them or whatever. So it's like helping with discoverability or whatever, which could be interesting, but I don't know, dude. Like a follow on Twitch may as well be a fart in the wind. Fart in the wind.
Pretty much.
Just because you have a follow doesn't mean jack shit.
Does not mean a thing.
Like, I got thousands of followers, and it's... You can give out follows for free, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Thousands of followers, tens of views.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and even like the hugest guys on Twitch, they have 1 million followers and they have 20,000 people watching them.
Yep.
I mean, 20,000 people is still huge, but it's less like the percentage-wise, it's like whoop-de-fucking-do.
Yeah.
So it's what it is. There's going to be featured clips. So you can choose, like, for the discoverability, like, hey, these are the ones that you should show if you're going to show them, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
These are my primo clips here, baby.
Primo.
They're doing stories, which is, like, you can do a video and post it to your thing as, like, a exclusive, like, I don't know, story like you do on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it stays for 24 hours and it goes away. They're trying to take all these features that are done better on other apps and bring them to the Twitch.
Trying to make Twitch the all-in-one social media platform.
But they have to make a lot of other changes to do that. Like they needed to have like YouTube style archiving, where they just removed. Like they just removed it now. Like VODs last 7 days for affiliates. And 30 days for partners, where it was like 30 days for affiliates before. So they just removed that because no one looked at them or downloaded them. And it's like, well, why? These other features are great and fine, whatever. But like the whole idea on YouTube is like it leads to you can watch other things. Like what are you going to watch now if you go to the Twitch channel? My VODs from the last 7 days.
That's it.
Okay, whatever.
Well, yeah, I guess Amazon doesn't have that big data center like
sure they
Google
do.
does.
They got Amazon Web Services.
Yeah.
They got lots of space.
But it's not as big. Not as big as Google's.
They got lots of money. They can buy servers.
They sure could. It's not for the lack of money, that's for sure.
Yeah. They have a new thing, guest stars, which makes it easier to do guest stars, where you can like invite people from your stream. It sounds like fucking really a terrible idea to me, whatever.
Well, a lot of people do, a talk show. Well, they'll bring them in the Discord. Whereas this, they just bring them right into the stream.
Yeah, but like they come in and say a bad word or whatever, like I don't know, dude. I wouldn't be letting randoms join me or whatever.
Well, they'd be trusted guest stars.
Okay.
You would vet them.
I guess so.
So we're dropping gamer words all the time.
Yeah. They're doing a streaming together thing where you can like stream on your... I don't know how this works. You could stream with somebody and but you can do that already. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't really say what it's going to do. You can have... Oh, so it sounds like you could take their video and add it to your own stream, but that would be weird too. Like you have like a view of someone else's stream on your stream.
Well, we were actually trying to do that.
We did do it.
Yeah.
When we were playing...
We could play together, playing the same game.
Yeah. We did that with Borderlands, I think.
Because then someone could be watching one stream instead of two.
Yeah.
And interacting with the single chat, I guess.
Yeah. So, anyways, and then they're doing shared mod stuff where if me and you were like, hey, we want to share mod sort of information.
Yeah.
Or if someone gets banned in my channel, I think they'll get banned in your channel. Or if we put a mod note on a guy like, hey, this guy's a wiener, it'll show up in the mod notes for your your channel too.
Oh, we got a guy like that.
Yeah. So it's good for that kind of thing, like to keep track of the troublemakers or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
They're adding, Twitch has added their own alerts. They're trying to take away from all the other sort of third-party things you use on Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to get rid of Streamlabs and everything. So Twitch has built-in alerts that you can do with your own thing. Same thing with tipping. They have like the tip thing that's coming in. No, they're like super chats on YouTube, where a certain number of dollars spent equals a certain number of time that you get a pinned comment or whatever.
Yeah.
That's to take over for like tips on Streamlabs, They give you a higher percentage of money because they get 0% of it on Streamlabs. So they want you to use this thing, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. They're adding more like channel point, whatever, blah, blah, blah. More stream events. So you can add, I've never done it, but you can add stream event. So you get like a special badge on your account being like,
oh, yeah.
The first time I beat the Ender Dragon on stream, you were there to witness it. You got the little
Oh, yeah. See,
thing.
that's cool.
Yeah. I've never done it because I always forget about it. And I've done nothing of value ever. So I don't need to immortalize it,
I mean, you've beat a bunch of games on stream.
Yeah, but like, who cares?
Your viewers might care. They might get a special badge.
I was there when you beat Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think so. And they're adding a new thing with, I don't know how this helps you, but advertising alerts will pop up in the chat. It'll say like, oh, an ad's going to play in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So you know as a viewer that it's going to happen. But you can, as a streamer, can like click on it to delay it in the chat, but I can already do it in the back end, so I don't know what that is.
So maybe your mods can delay it now instead of you having to look after it.
I mean, maybe. They can run ads, so maybe that'll do it too.
Because then they can be like, if you're embroiled in a moment and they don't want the ad to play in this pivotal moment.
Yeah.
Like, one of those spots where you were there and you missed the whole freaking thing because you got forced to watch a minute-long ad.
The last hit of the Ender Dragon fight and the ad rolls. Yeah, fair enough. So they're adding some stuff. It's nice to see them continuing working on the website and blah, blah, blah. But it's kind of like, I don't know. Are you going to swipe through the stories on Twitch?
No.
I'm maybe one time to see how it works. But as soon as I'm on TikTok and I kind of see like a gameplay stream or like a clip, I'll watch it. But usually it's like, this is some boring ass shit. Like, there's some people that I'm like, this is what you chose to make a clip of? Like, holy.
Right?
I would never, ever watch your stream. This is some boring ass shit, dude. So, I can't see me doing that on the Twitch. And it's not going to be on PC. It's only going to be an app. I don't use the Twitch fucking app. Are you kidding me?
No.
So.
No, I don't use that thing either.
Yeah. Anyways, it is what it is.
It literally is what it is. And what it is Twitch trying to catch up to everyone else who's taking ahead. But I mean, like, even Kick, they don't have that much cool shit going on. It's just the hype, really, and the dollars that you get and whatever. But you still can't even use tags on Kick. No?
No. Huh. You can choose your category, and that's it. So,
there you go.
Whatever.
Next up. Far Cry. The OG. Source code has leaked online.
Oh.
So you yourself can verify how badly it was written so that, you don't make the same mistakes that they made.
I mean, the game is old as fuck.
The game is old as fuck. And the whole, can it play Far Cry? Is because the game was so poorly optimized that you needed to have the beefiest, biggest computer at that time to even make it.
Well, it also had fairly advanced graphics.
It definitely did. But there was a lot of stuff they could have done to optimize those graphics.
Well, that's in any game. It's always like the game comes out and then like a week later some modder has optimized the game or done something to make it run better. Yeah. It's... I don't know. Did I ever play Far Cry? I don't know if I played Far Cry, but I think I played Far Cry 2 and I absolutely detested it on the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
It controlled like dog shit, if I remember.
I would play the new ones because the storylines are pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah, I've started playing Far Cry 5, maybe, with the tank.
Yeah.
It's the one that's in America.
Yep. Yeah,
And-
with the priests and the drugs and the stuff.
Yeah.
The storyline on that is so crazy cool. I was watching people play. I'm like, oh my god, what is happening?
Yeah, we were just fucking around and doing weirdo shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there. All the Far Cry seem to involve drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Far Cry 3, you're all like always hallucinating in that one, and in this one, there's hallucinations going on. I mean, Far Cry 4 takes place in like a fake Nepal or something like that, and I think there's some sort of weird drugs going on in that thing. I guess in Blood Dragon, are you doing drugs?
I mean, who knows?
I don't remember doing drugs in Blood Dragon, but I can't remember. And then the newest one, Far Cry 6, I don't know. I mean, what's his name from Breaking Bad is in it? Gus Fring?
Yeah, sure is.
So he's a big-time drug dealer in that show? So I don't know. Maybe there's drugs in that one. I don't know.
So it was, the source code was uploaded to archive.org at the end of June.
By who?
Doesn't say.
Can't have been Ubisoft.
No, probably not. Probably not.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Some old programmer or something was like, yeah, here you go.
Could be.
Get the fuck out of here. Someone's going to optimize it, import it in Unreal Engine 5 or 6, something like that.
Yeah.
Get it going again.
For sure.
Yeah, there'll be all sorts of weirdo shit coming now that the source code's out. Did you ever play Far Cry?
No.
Oh.
I haven't played a single one.
None?
None.
Wow. Not even Blood Dragon, eh?
I've seen people play it. That's it.
Oh my god.
I know. When I saw Blood Dragon, I was like, "Oh my god, I want to play this." And, never have.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's pretty entertaining. Especially when you flip guys off. There's a flip guys off button.
Flip them off.
Yeah, pretty good.
Nice. Let's talk about Denuvo.
Do we have
the DRM? The people who make Denuvo, they want to convince you that its DRM isn't evil. It's not evil. It's just DRM.
What would constitute it being evil?
Well, because everyone was saying that it makes games play poorly. It's something. It does something to the game, and it makes it like drops your frame rates or whatever.
Well, that's true.
Is it actually proven that Denuvo DRM does that though?
Well, I mean, if the more programs you have running, the more shittily the game is going to run.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's true for anything, really.
Yeah, but I'm sure that it's. Yeah, I would think so. I would have to assume so. The whole idea is to. I mean, I all that DRM does is punish your customers.
Yes.
Because it's going to get cracked, right?
Eventually, yep.
And the people that are going to download it illegally, we're not going to buy it anyways.
No.
So Denuvo, all it does is, like, people that paid the money for it are punished.
Yeah.
So I get having Denuvo, like, let's say Denuvo's in it for the first month the game is out. Then patch it out. Because by then, it's already been hacked. People that are pirating it are pirating it.
Yep.
And you're just punishing your, people that
your regular
paid the money.
players, yeah.
I don't think I have a game that has any Denuvo in it.
I couldn't tell you if I did.
The other thing too, well, just make it required to log into Steam. Isn't that enough DRM?
Right?
Like, have it tied to a Steam account.
Yeah, but what if you want to play your games offline?
Fuck you then.
I mean, I guess you can't really.
You can't with Denuvo anyways.
Anyway.
It has to connect online to check if it's legit. I don't know, man. Or like make them have a Bethesda.net account or whatever.
Persona 5 Tactics has Denuvo.
Oh my god.
Star Ocean has Denuvo. Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, see, those are all Japanese companies that are so afraid of like piracy or
F1
like
Manager 23.
Yeah.
Lego 2K Drive.
I guess if they can make it so you don't need Denuvo, they can crack it so you don't need to log into Steam.
Yeah.
And play it offline. I don't know, dude.
I like to play video games offline. Because I tend to go out in the woods where there's no online.
Yeah, I don't.
And if I'm sitting there waiting for the wife to come back with a fish.
Yeah. Tuna, sea bass.
A tuna sea bass, and
Yeah.
I'm just not doing anything. I'll just, I'll throw on the old deck, and if I can play the game offline, I will.
Yeah, but they still were online at some point to
Yeah.
check to see if you own it.
But a lot of that Denuvo, it needs to connect to the server, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To verify that you own it every time you run the game.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those games that you listed besides Football Manager were all like console games.
Yeah.
So like generally it's like, well, it's on the Xbox, so you have to have an Xbox to play it. So that's the like anti-DR, or that's the DRM, right? But it's when they come to PC where they're like, oh well, they might steal it. We better put Denuvo in there.
Agents of Mayhem. Mirror's Edge.
That has it. Agents of Mayhem.
Yeah.
No one's trying to steal that game.
Abzu.
Abzu has Denuvo.
Yakuza 0.
Console game.
Console game.
Yep. I don't know, dude. It just penalizes your customers.
Fernbus Coach Simulator?
Ooh.
What the hell is Fernbus Simulator?
You just drive a bus across the desert?
Fernbus Coach Simulator.
Is it for just...
The world of coach bus driving awaits you. Drive along motorways and country roads to the bus station in over 40 cities in Germany.
Oh my god.
Oh, mixed recent reviews.
Why would you want to drive a bus in a game?
I don't know.
If you...
I mean, a lot of people want to drive a big rig truck across America.
I know, but
in
you could literally do that IRL.
I say same with coach bus driving.
Exactly.
Except when you're a truck driver, you don't have to deal with a lot of people on your bus trying to cut people's heads off with a butter knife.
That only happens in Canada.
I guess.
It wasn't a butter knife, was it?
No, I don't know what it was. Not entirely sure.
Painful.
Not entirely sure.
I hope it wasn't. Anyways, Denuvo, delete it.
Delete it.
Get rid of it.
100%.
Yep.
We touched upon Magic the Gathering earlier. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it again.
Okay.
The One Ring, Forge of the Fires of Mount Doom, opened in Canada. This serialized 1 of 1, Elven, One Ring.
Yep.
Opened
One
in
Ring
Canada.
will rule them
in
all.
Toronto. Somewhere near Toronto, anyway.
Yeah, in Ontario.
And if the guy tries to sell it, it's going to be some tax.
Yeah, seems like they're considering it to be income tax for some reason.
Yeah, if he sells it because he got it out of the pack, we're assuming it's a he because that's whatever all the articles say.
Yeah.
The Canadian progressive tax rate goes into effect, which makes he's going to get taxed 49% on 50% of the sale. So he'll get taxed 49% on, if it's $2 million, you get taxed 49% on $1 million of that dollar.
Yeah. Still a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
It's like, it progresses from like, what, 20% up to 49%?
Yeah.
Something like that.
The size.
Yeah. So it would be less. This article is saying that if it was $2 million, they'd owe roughly $490,000. Incorrect. That's not correct at all. They would owe more than $490,000.
But it's 50%. He gets taxed on 50% of it, is what the article is saying. So if it's $2 million, he's going to get taxed on $1 million of that dollars at 49%.
No, it's saying that when you get to half of whatever... Okay, well, the way progressive taxing works in Canada is a certain dollar value. It goes higher.
Yeah.
So I think they're interpreting this wrong.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be 50% of it is taxed at 49%. At a certain point, it would be taxed at 49%. Over the, whatever it is, $200,000 or whatever it is. So it is a progressive tax rate, but I think they've done this the incorrect way. Because it goes up. That's why it's people always are like, oh, if you take over too much overtime, you end up taking home less money because your tax rate goes up. No, incorrect. Your tax rate over a certain dollar value goes up, but below that, it stays the same. So you always take overtime. So if it was 49% over a certain amount, they would be paying more than $490,000. Anyways, it's poorly written.
Yeah, I can't.
Here we go. Down lower, it says, if the sale was $2 million, the scenario, the government would take $980,000.
That's if the guy found the card laying around. If he didn't buy the card, if he just found it.
Oh, I see.
That's what it would be.
Okay, that's not an income tax then?
I guess not.
Anyways.
But if it was if he bought it, he gifted it to somebody else, and that person sold it, then there wouldn't be any fat tax.
Oh, you gifted it to your mom, dude.
Yeah.
Easy. You have to be careful. Be like, it was a gift. I don't owe you anything. That's a lot. But,
yes.
I mean, still, that's a lot of money to be had as well.
Yeah, it's weird that it's not... I agree with what you said in the earlier episode where we talked about it, where it's weird that it's not like a lottery. Because it's kind of a lottery, and in Canada, you don't get taxed on your lottery winnings.
Yeah, but you'd have to answer a skill testing question.
Yes.
So it's not actually a lottery. You're answering a...
Do you have to answer a skill testing question?
Well, yeah, you technically do, but they never ask you to answer it. So it's not actually a lottery.
Yeah.
You're doing a service for the prize.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't count in Quebec, I think.
Yeah.
They have laws against it. So if you'll see any of these contests in Canada, it'll always say not valid in Quebec. But yeah, you didn't have to answer a skill testing question to open your pack of magic cards.
No, you definitely did not.
So, yeah, they're going to ban these. It's like a loot box, dude.
It's literally a loot box.
Yeah. I would have not minded opening it, but I don't know, dude. Spending $500 for a box of 18 packs. Is it 18 packs?
18 packs.
It's expensive as fuck.
Super expensive.
Expensive as fuck, bro.
We did it anyway for the meme.
Not for the meme. Come on.
For the one ring.
Yes.
But, I mean, we wanted the cards because there are some super sweet cards in there. Super sweet special edition cards.
Sure, but the same cards are not they're in regular packs too.
Nope, they're not.
Well, they have the same abilities.
The same abilities, yes,
Yeah.
but not the same art.
Oh, the artwork.
The artwork's completely
different.
different.
I see. I see.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the lands that are in here are lands that picture the picture on them is the map of Middle Earth.
Ah.
So depending on where it is, like if it's a swamp, then of course it's going to be up in Mordor or whatever. No, if it's a mountain, it's going to be up in Mordor.
Yeah.
Like show like shots of the map,
Okay.
which are really cool.
Okay, and if it's the plains, it'd be Rohan.
Rohan, probably, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Cool.
I really liked them.
Cool beans.
Yes, beans, cool beans. Next up,
Diablo
getting a new class. The first new class since 2014. And the article says, the headlining of the article says, is a cool-looking vampire warrior.
Cool-looking vampire warrior.
It's a cool-looking vampire warrior. Ooh, so cool.
So, do you think that with Diablo 4 and their new season thing they're doing where you need a new character, blah, 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 they're going to be introducing more character classes more often? Or do you think they're just trying to keep the hype going with the launch of Diablo 4?
I think they're just trying to keep the hype going. Because, I mean, Path of Exile has not introduced a new character ever.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, they revamp that ability board and add new paths and shit all the time, which is kind of, which is kind of the way.
Always look the same for me.
It's just so big you would never know. No, they like, shape it and stuff, so it'll be like, oh, there's a connection or whatever or something. I've seen it in some of the updates, I believe. But the game just came out. I'm surprised they're adding it so early. Like, wouldn't you think they'd be like not 6 months, but like a year down the road? Like, oh, interest has gone down in Diablo 4. Like, break out the new character.
Right.
Not like, how long did Diablo 4 come out? Like a month?
I don't know.
It's been not very long.
No.
And they're already dropping a new character class? Like, holy shit.
They're like, oh, it's getting stale already.
I don't know. People are still playing the shit out of it, so
yes.
I don't think it is getting stale, but maybe it's because they want to get people to be like, okay, new season, new character. Well, good time to start a new character now because there's a new character class.
Yeah.
For the new season. Because they're not used to that in Diablo.
They definitely aren't. So it looks like the Path of Exile board is pretty much the same, but they did add another set of jewel sockets.
Yeah.
Like way off in the distance. The main board's the same, looks the same anyway.
Yeah.
And then there's these other jewel sockets off the ray.
but classes in that game are kind of like, well, I can go anywhere.
Yeah,
so
that's
like it's a little easier to become a magic user from this class than it is from this class, but you can still do it. So
that's one of the main draws of Path of Exile. Is like you're never locked into a character class.
Yeah, but you kind of are, because it's like, what's the meta?
Well,
you have to get this item, and it has to be a 6 link, and you need this class with this abilities.
Well, every item has to be a 6 link if you're gonna do maps.
Yeah, but it's like that's what everybody goes for.
Yeah,
it's the same thing every time, except for like when there's a new item where it's like, oh, that has an interesting ability that works off of this other ability, so I'll try that out or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you gonna play Diablo 4?
No. Don't have time to play those kind of games. I'll get through 2 levels and be like, all right, got to do something else.
Oh yeah. I'll play it when it's on Game Pass, maybe.
Yeah, when it's free, maybe.
If it ever comes to Game Pass, if that deal ever goes through.
If it gets free, I'll be like, okay,
try it out.
I'll try it out, because as soon as it goes free, someone in my inner circle is going to be like, hey, it's free now. You should fire that bad boy up.
I'll play it on console.
Yeah.
I need a controller to play that, I think.
Yeah.
I played Diablo 3. I beat Diablo 3 on Xbox 360.
Me too.
Nice.
Times.
I'm proud of you.
Not 360, PS4.
Oh, that's too bad. Yep. That's it for Diablo talk. And that's it for the news. News is over.
Let's slide right on over to Game Club.
Oh, Game Club.
Ladies and gentlemen, each week we play a video game, a chapter, or a segment, or a timed interval of that particular game. Yep. And then we talk about it on stream. Mm-hmm. And, of course, we are wrapping up Yakuza 0. And by wrapping up, I mean we're in the final chapters. We were going to play it all. We played 1 chapter.
Yeah, it's a short week, and we had the 9 Arsons Gamerama going on, where he came into town. And we didn't really have time to do everything we wanted to do in it, so we were gonna do the whole thing basically, but we'll do that for next week.
So we only played chapter 14, Unwavering Bonds.
And we're back as Kiryu. We're Kiryu again, back in Kamurocho. We're Kamurochoing it up.
We are Kamurochoing up, and we're gonna go see the first thing we do. Well, I mean, I guess we don't do it because it just automatically puts us there. Does it?
What, in the
in the homeless camp?
Yeah.
Does it automatically put us there? Do we run there?
I think we're automatically there because we have to hide out. What's her name? Makimura.
Yes.
So they're like, I know the perfect place. This bum's shack. You'll love it there. Don't use your nose, but. You can't see the grime, so you'll be okay.
Yeah, but you'll smell it.
So we take her there, ditch her, and we're supposed to go talk to Tachibana.
Yep, who is in Little Asia.
But before that, I was like, I'm going to go and do some real estating.
Yes.
And do side stories and stuff like that, I'll go on a date from the telephone club and all that stuff. So I did that. And it was hilarious. Like I did all the real estate. I beat all the guys.
Yep.
And unlocked the last billionaire. And I went on a date at the telephone club. Telephone club sucks, by the way. Have you done
100%.
that mini
Oh,
game?
yeah, I've done that minigame. It is
my
awful.
God, sucks so bad.
I'm like, give me a mouse. I could probably do it better with a mouse.
I don't know how that 360 you're supposed to do on the little... it was so glitchy.
Yeah.
I could barely get it to work sometimes, but then other times it would just be like, bring, 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 no problem. And then trying to... so the game is like, you're at the phone club, a girl you're talking to on the phone, you have to seduce her, and it'll be like, she'll say like, what do you think of me? And 4 messages appear on the screen, and you have to choose the correct one.
But they're bouncing all
and they're
over
moving
the screen.
all around, and one will say, I think you're classy. And then the wrong ones will say stuff like, I think you're gassy. And you have to shoot the little beam at the classy one.
Yeah.
But you have to do a little 360 on the analog stick to power up an old rotary phone.
Yeah, which was awful.
And it would work sometimes, but not all the time. And then you have to shoot the beam, but while you're trying to shoot it, the messages are all moving around and they're spinning and getting smaller and bigger. And
going backwards.
They're hiding behind the other ones. And it's like... oh my fucking God. So the first time I did it, I couldn't complete it.
No.
I would get to like the second level, and then I'd shoot the wrong one 2 times in a row, and she'd hang up on me.
Yep.
And I ran out of time and whatever. But I tried a couple more times, and eventually I got it where I was like, I don't know if you get better the more you do, and you gain more confidence, so it's just easier. But I did it like I went on 3 dates or whatever, and I would never hit the wrong one, and it would sort of fill up easier on the little rotary phone or whatever. But it still was like atrociously bad. And you have to answer, you have to say so many questions. You have to do 2 questions, and then you have to ask her what her body looks like. You have to do 3 questions and ask her what her face looks like. And then you have to do 3 questions and ask her to meet up. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, that game is absolutely awful. Like trying to even get the rotary phone to spin with the analog stick, I'm just like, rotate slow. It's like,
rotate slow, doesn't work. Rotate fast, doesn't work. Rotate slow. Oh, that time it worked.
Yeah, it was so stupid. Yeah. I did it twice, and I was like, nah, frig it. Yeah. I'm out of here.
I had to go on a date, so I did it.
You gotta be more completionist.
I just was like, I don't have a date IRL, so I gotta do it in the game.
Yeah.
And I did. And the first one was a girl who... What was her deal? Oh, I was tricked, I think. I can't remember what it was, but I didn't meet anyone. And then the second one was like... I saw her, and he's like, oh, is that her mom? Like, she's so old. And then I go over to her, and she's like, you're so silly, Kiryu. I'm like only like older than you as like an older sister would be, like whatever. And then it's implied that they do hook up because Kiryu like takes 50% damage. So she was like too rough with them or whatever.
What the hell?
And then the third one was like a nice looking girl that we hooked up with. And it doesn't say they hook up, but it's implied because... You'll go up to her and be like, hey, I'm Kiryu. Nice to meet you. Well, let's go. And then it fades to black. And then the next scene is it has the cameras on the hotel sign and it scrolls down to them. And they're like, I had a good time. But when you do date an actual girl like that, it unlocks an erotic video.
Oh.
So I went and watched that erotic video. I say they're erotic videos, but they're the opposite of erotic. They're, in fact, the least erotic thing I've ever seen. That was some sneezing there.
Yes.
Wowee.
The videos are more awkward than they are erotic. They're so awkward.
They're so, I'm just like, I'll watch them, but just like, oh my God.
I watched a couple and I was like, yeah, these are awkward. I can't watch these anymore.
Yeah, I was just doing it for the completion points.
Quote unquote completion points so I could complete.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But it was fun. So I did that, and then I beat up the Gambling King and all that stuff, you know. And I went and did Miss Tatsu's training and did all those things and, you know, learned all her moves and whatever, anything I could find, right?
Yep.
And then I was like, okay, we got to go talk to Tachibana. So
yes.
I was like, let me go talk to Tachibana.
Yes.
And... it was funny when it was like, I was thinking about it, and I'd been playing for like 3 hours, whatever, 4 hours, and I was like, man, I've made Makimura sit in that fucking bum's village for like 3 weeks. She's been sitting there waiting for me, and I've been just like doing my business and everything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was pretty funny to think about anyways. But we go down there to see Tachibana. He's in a rough shape.
Yeah, when you go down into Little Asia, there's a man waiting for you, and he's like, "Okay, Tachibana sent me. He's waiting for you."
Yeah.
And so you go into the doctor, whatever the doctor is down there. I don't know who he is, but you go down there.
If they gave him a name.
And Tachibana has been laying in bed getting his dialysis, and he's in real rough shape.
Yep. So we talk to him, whatever, and then we get attacked.
Yeah.
Tachibana fights with us. We beat up the Dojima.
Yeah, peeps. Dojima. Somehow Dojima has found this place. It's like, what the hell?
It's Oda.
Well, yeah, it is Oda, but we don't find that out till later.
Well, I mean, we did know that already, but...
Well, we didn't know that Oda had been working with Shibusawa.
Yeah, we did, because there was...
From the beginning.
Well, we knew from the last episode or chapter.
We didn't know it's like from the beginning.
Well, I mean, no, but I mean, we knew that he was working with them at this point because he was like, why did you double cross me or whatever?
Yeah, but apparently he's been working with
Yeah.
Shibusawa for quite some time.
Yeah. So we beat up these fools. We go outside, and then this Chinese assassin is waiting for us.
Yes.
I can't remember his name. Gao something.
Gao Li. Gao Luao.
He's
Gao
like,
Lui? Gao Lui?
like that cutscene with him was like, holy shit. What the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, he when you get out into the alleyways in Little Asia, Tachibana's like, someone's watching us. And then Kiryu takes 2 bullets, one in the arm, one in the thigh.
Yeah. And then this guy like does a backflip off the building, launching between signs, slides down the pole and shit.
Yeah, just gets down in the most Batman
Badass.
anime style possible.
Yeah. And Kiryu's crippled up, so they're like, there's nothing we can do. He's like, I'm going to give myself up. You just take care of my sister. So he gives himself up because what's his name, Gao, is just like, he's not in part of my deal. I don't care if he lives or dies. I'm here to get you. So they take him away, and Kiryu passes out. He's like, no, don't do it, Tachibana. But he passes out.
Yeah.
You know what? A couple stitches, he's good to go.
Good to go. You wake up back in the bed that Tachibana was laying in, and you've been all stitched up. Chen is sitting there waiting for you, talking, and he's like, Chen essentially says, you're the only one that can save him.
We don't know where he is. We're going to find out. You go do some side stories or whatever.
Yeah.
And we'll call you when we know.
Yeah, so Chen is essentially worried because he doesn't want the whole might of the Toja clan kicking them out of Little Asia if, a Chinese man goes and rescues Tachibana, one of his own people.
Exactly.
So it has to be a Japanese man.
Yeah.
And, of course, Kiryu is the man.
Kiryu's the man.
Kiryu's the man.
He just took 2 bullets and shrugged him off. And they stitched up his... They got the stains out, stitched him up.
Stitched him right up, yep.
No problem. So we go back to see Makimura, and this is the point where I was like laughing. I'm like, she's been sitting here in this fucking place for like a month. This is hilarious. So we go talk to her.
Well, first, though, before that happens, we get out of Little Asia.
Yeah. Oh,
and
right.
waiting for us
Nishiki.
outside of Little Asia is a bunch of Dojima's men.
With Nishiki.
And Nishiki's there as well. And
yeah, right.
I was like, damn it, Nishiki, it was you? Are you doing bad stuff?
Yeah.
And then Nishiki
He's like,
just,
nah,
I'm
you're my brother.
You're my bro, sworn brother forever. And I was like, yes!
So this
Nishiki!
They show this scene in the intro video. I've seen the intro video a lot.
Yeah.
And they always show the scene where they're back together and they show their back tattoos.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, finally, we're getting to see this stuff that's like in the intro video now. And then, we fight with Nishiki and beat the shit out of these guys.
It's a great scene when Nishiki comes off. He just rips off his jacket and shirt in one throw, and he's got like a koi fish, not quite done koi fish on his back.
Well, I think that's because I think in Yakuza 1, I think they're fully done.
Yeah.
So.
And then Kiryu rips off his just full, dragon, not quite done, but also no bullet wounds, no bandages, no nothing either.
It's like Wolverine, dude.
Yeah. And then they're just back to back, and you just beat the hell out of the guys. And the heat moves that you can do with Nishiki
when you
are super
grab
cool.
his fist when someone's punching him. I did that in the fight later with Kuze. I did it to him like 10 times. It was so good. And some of the scenes they would show. A lot of the times when you do the move, they don't show the guy's face when you grab their hand. They show it over the shoulder of him.
Yeah.
But when they show his face, Kuze's face of his like, huh? It's just so good. He was so good.
Yeah, and so you just power down, beat those guys, and then you head down to
the bum village.
Talk to Makimura.
Yeah.
Introduce her to Nishiki. Yeah. You essentially just tell Nishiki everything that's been going on.
Yeah, it just fades to black, and he's like, I got to spend the next hour telling you what's happened here. And then it's like, okay, we got the page. Let's go call and see what he says.
Yeah.
And Chen's like, hey, he's just right there in the building.
Yep.
What was it called?
The Crescendo building.
Crescendo building. Very fitting name, because we're getting to like the end of the game here.
Yeah, on Shikifuki Street, which is essentially just down the street from the park.
Yeah, and it's like right next door to Little Asia. So we go in the basement and rest in peace, Tachibana.
Yeah, so they're torturing Tachibana. This scene is pretty brutal. Like the one guy who you fight in the start of the game, It's like one of the first
Yeah.
mini bosses
Yeah.
that you fight. Kind of, he's got the knife, and
Yeah.
when you're going to the Dojima building,
Yeah.
and so he's there as well, and he's torturing Tachibana with
Yeah.
like a sledgehammer, like smashing
his toes, yeah.
And Tachibana's just like, nope.
Yeah.
He's like, well, once you're done with my fingers and toes, what are you gonna do?
And Kuze is kind of like, well, this is getting us nowhere. We
Yeah.
could torture him forever, and he's not going to give it up. So this, he starts to unlock him, like,
Yeah.
And then Tachibana, what was he, laughing at the guy?
Yeah, he was laughing at the guy.
And he's like, what are you laughing at? And then he fucking hits him in the head with a sledgehammer.
Just full force, just rings his bell so hard. I'm like, okay. And then
He got
Tachibana's just like sitting there twitching.
Yeah. And then Kuze kills that guy that did it. And
Yeah.
right at that moment, Kiryu comes in,
Yeah.
sees Tachibana,
And just hulks out.
and he fucking plows right into Kuze's face. That's another one that's in the intro videos.
Yeah.
The face of Kuze, like, "Brah!" And then we have a fight with Kuze. I'm like, so doing the real estate missions and whatnot, they're like, some of the like fights you have to do to clear your territory are
Yeah.
like, the enemies are like strong, so they're very hard and they
Yeah.
block a lot and everything. I don't know if Kuze's just bad at fighting. I mean, this will be the 4th time we beat him,
Yeah.
but like, I kicked the shit out of
Oh, yeah.
Kuze, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It was not even close. But it was hilarious. Like,
I
just
didn't-
waiting for him to punch and then catching his fist. And
Yeah. I didn't
him in
have
the
to drink a single thing in this fight.
No. Exactly. So
Yeah.
we beat the shit out of him, and Tachibana is like, I'm dying. Just tell my sister, get her safely, blah, 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 whatever. And then he
Yeah.
dies, and then we have to carry his carcass out.
Yeah,
And-
Kuze essentially spills the beans on everything. He's like, I'm done with this,
Yeah.
essentially. And he's like, there's someone else in the
4th
clan.
time's the charm.
Yeah, they're trying to find out. There's someone within the clan trying to undermine them, who is partnered with the Omi Alliance, who is trying to get the empty lot as well, but they don't know who he is,
Yeah.
who is in the clan.
And then also Kuze he's been working with Sagawa. Like, before he was like his equal,
Yeah,
but now he's like working for Sagawa.
yeah, he's under Sagawa
Yeah.
now. Like they were
'Cause I
were
think-
the 3 lieutenants, and now it's like, well, Kuze.
Well, like, you get beat up by Kiryu 3 times, you kind of
Yeah.
get demoted.
Yeah,
So they get Makimura come over, and they have a little, where's my brother? Is he dead? Oh my god! And they have a like crying session or whatever.
yeah. I might have shed a tear at this scene.
Kiryu is sad, and Makimura is sad, and everything. But as the chapter ends, and I'm like, oh, that sucks that she's gonna die, because it's just the parallels of the story.
Yeah,
Anything that happens to Goro happens to Kiryu, and anything that happens to Kiryu happens to Goro.
yeah,
So like, everything's in balance. Like, there's the brother for Kiryu, there's the sister for Goro.
yeah,
There's whatever. They both get kicked out of their, clans or whatever.
yeah.
They both have similar businesses.
Mm-hmm.
They both have similar side quests. Like, there's the guy that you send money to, Goro, and there's the guy that you send money to, Kiryu. It's just all these parallels, and I'm just like, oh no, because like, Kiryu and Tachibana became good friends, and Goro's kind of like falling for Makimura.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, rest in peace to you. I'm sorry that you're gonna die next chapter. So
Here's the question: does Kiryu kill Sagawa?
Oh, yeah. So that's what I do think, is that they're gonna cross paths. So Goro's gonna kill, what's his name on Kiryu's
Shibusawa?
side. Yeah, and then yes, I do think they're going to kill each other's guys.
Yeah,
I think Sagawa is way worse than.
Oh,
He just seems to be way worse.
well, yeah. I think we see a lot more of Sagawa throughout the entire story, so we know a little
Yeah.
bit more about him rather than what we know about Shibusawa.
Yeah. For sure. So
Sagawa has more of a hatred for us than Shibusawa, because you rarely see Shibusawa.
Yeah.
Rarely see Shibusawa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
You
think so.
mainly see Kuze.
So, the other thing too is, we don't know who killed the guy in the lot yet.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
Gao. It was Gao.
Gao.
Right. Yeah, when that was like happening, I was like, oh yeah, shit, okay. They really set up Kiryu from the start here.
Yes.
So it's almost like you have to like replay it to see like, oh yeah, okay. I see how it comes together here.
Yeah, everything has been orchestrated from the start.
Yeah.
Even with Kazama. Because Kazama created Tachibana Real Estate.
Yes.
So that he could get in contact with Kiryu to get the empty
yeah,
lot
yeah.
for Kazama.
Yeah, it's all like just plots within plots.
Yeah.
So, again, it's the cliffhanger. Well, it's not really cliffhanger, but just sort of keeps you wanting to be like, oh, fuck, how is it going to wrap up here?
Yeah.
So a lot of people have said is like Yakuza 0 is the best of the series.
Yes.
So, be interesting to see what the other ones are all like story-wise and how they compare and everything like that. I do want to play like Yakuza Kiwame just to see like how the characters that you see in Zero are in those games.
Yeah.
I know that like I did a whole sub story with this kid Daigo, who's like the Yakuza boss's son, and he's a little dink in the thing. You did that one,
yeah.
And I'm sure he's grown up in the next in Kiwame 1. I'm sure he's like grown up and like someone you deal with is like he's an adult, you know?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like it was a little too, I don't know. Like, they did it a little too much with it, I think. So, it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to have to check out the Kiwame and see what it's all about. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it wraps up. And
yes,
I think
definitely.
Because I know in the other Yakuza games, like, Majima's crazy.
Yeah.
And I think when Makimura dies, that's going to be what...
He goes off the rails.
That's what does it, basically.
Yeah, so. This game, I find I yell at the screen a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm like, are you kidding me? What the fuck?
Fair enough, yeah.
The storyline is that good.
Yeah, I'm just like, what? A lot of that going on, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah, super good. Highly recommend that anyone plays it. And if this is a game club,
yeah,
right? This is you guys that are listening to this. You can play along with us and experience the game with us and tell us about your experiences with the game. And how do you do that? You can interact with us live in the chat because we record this live, or you can share your experiences on the Purple Room Studios Discord. And if you look down below, there's a description of this video, and the link to the Purple Room Studios Discord is there.
Yeah.
There will be a forum post that you can go and post your experiences on, and we will read them out and on live on the old stream and in the old podcast.
Exactly.
But that is going to bring us to the end of this podcast. So if you liked the show, and we know you did, leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing.
Yes.
Tell us, hey, I listened, I liked it. Or, hey, I listened and, you guys are wrong about this kind of thing. Let us know what you're thinking about. Let us know. Just interact with us. Anyway, join the Discord, tweet at us, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that. Please.
And with that being said, we will see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.